everybody, and welcome back to the Praxis Beach Sister Saturdays. Oh, excuse me, Praxis Beach Sister Tuesdays. My name is Melanie White Evans. I am a pediatric speech English pathologist currently practicing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Texas. I will wait for a few people to get online before we get into the nitty gritty. Hi, Ashley Martino. Welcome, welcome. As everyone is coming in, please let me know where you are in your journey. Are you in grad school? Are you preparing to take the SLP Praxis exam? Let me know. Either way, I am here to help you. Think of me like your sister, mentor, friend, career bestie, whichever fits for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, we are talking about spirituality for speech pathology praxis success and grad school. The reason why, and I'm so sorry, it's a little, ooh. I'm also on YouTube Live for those of you watching on Instagram Live. I'm currently on YouTube Live, and I noticed that my laptop camera was a little fuzzy, but a lot of that is just the backdrop. Mm, that's too bad. Anyway, okay. So the reason why I brought this up today, and I'm so sorry, y'all, this is gonna bother me. This is gonna bother me. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody on YouTube Live. So, the reason why I brought this up today is because spirituality can be challenging. And maybe some of us already think about spirituality when it comes to our success in our academic programs. Maybe we don't. Maybe we already think about our spirituality when it comes to our own success in passing the SLP Praxis exam. Maybe we don't. I have clients who, of course, have prayed. At the same time, I will say that passing the praxis exam will take more than prayer. I think that prayer is necessary in your spiritual walk. At the same time, there is more to that. It's just goes with the old saying, faith without works is dead. So, before I even get into the nitty gritty of today, I want to talk about the difference between spirituality and religion. Many of us are afraid to tap into spirituality or even talk about it. One, because it seems like it's a trend right now. There's a spiritual awakening period when everyone's talking about spirituality, everyone's talking about chakras. Hello, hello on YouTube. Everyone's talking about chakras, everyone's talking about crystals, everyone's converting to different religions. And as an individual, I can understand how hard that could be to fit into that. Like, how do I even fit in? And maybe you don't even want to fit in, and that's okay. You shouldn't. You shouldn't want to fit in. This is your walk, this is your spiritual walk. So, I know people who've turned away from the church and from religion and spirituality from their own traumatic experiences and also just their own beliefs. A lot of people are agnostic, where it can go either way. A lot of people, as in go either way, like maybe there is a God, maybe there's not. I've met people who were atheist. I've met people who were super religious. I am coming from a Christian background, Christian family, currently in a Christian household. So I, for one, can definitely understand um, how everything plays out when it comes to religion and how there's sides to things. It could be either really bad and painful, or it could be a blessing. And today I want to talk about the blessing that spirituality can play in your life as a speech pathologist to be. If you are watching or listening as an already certified speech pathologist, hats off to you and congratulations. You've made it this far. We are still going to need that strength in your career. I will say that spirituality has hands down been the main way I've been able to navigate through graduate program, SLC, my SLP Praxis exam, my clinical fellowship year, and even to this day as an entrepreneur and as a certified bilingual speech pathologist, every single day I need prayer, I need God. Okay. So here's the thing. If you are studying right now, preparing for the SLP Praxis exam, or maybe you are just in your current SLP graduate program, that takes grit in it of itself. You can't, many people can. I would not recommend doing that on your own. I would not recommend going through these rigorous processes on your own, especially if you deal a lot with maybe um, a lot of negativity in your programs, a lot of toxic professors, things like that, toxic friendships, everything that just goes with growing up, right? And falling into the person who you want to be. So, some benefits of focusing on your spirituality and leveraging your spirituality for practice success. One, it is a major confidence boost. If you know that God's got you, who can be against you? If you know that the God within yourself has your back, who can be against you? Um, and another thing that practicing spirituality or just leveraging your spirituality has done for me and for other people that I've tutored is it gives you that motivation that you need. So I know I'll speak for myself. I am a practicing speech pathologist and I already struggle with burnout. Just full transparency moment. I already struggle with burnout. So I need a lot more than prayer, honestly, to get out of bed. I need willpower. And one thing I will say by implementing a lot of self care habits and spirituality habits that I talk about in my self care ebook, what I have learned from that is it has carried me up to this point. So think of you making the decision to start putting habits in place now as stepping stones. Just think of it as stepping stones. So maybe you are completely out of practice with your spirituality. You haven't prayed in a while, you haven't journaled in a while, you haven't meditated in a while, whatever that means for you. Deciding to take that first step today or maybe tomorrow when you wake up, that's already a block. And then what happens if you stay consistent at it? It's a compound effect and you grow stronger and stronger in your spirituality. And so this is why I'm talking about this as part of the Passing the Praxis series, because if you can manage this, if you can manage your spirituality and if you can manage your mind, then you can manage anything in the field and in your life. Okay. So I will be reading from the spirituality section, the spiritual nourishment for praxis success on the self care ebook. And I will be listing 5 ways. Yes, there's so many more, y'all, but let's talk about 5. I'll be talking about 5 spirituality tips for praxis success that you can start implementing today. Number 1, make spirituality a habit. Establishing a consistent and grounding spiritual practice isn't always easy, especially if you're always on the go. I recommend creating time in your day, first thing in the morning, throughout your day, before you go to sleep, to give you that extra boost that you need to be focused on your goals. Practicing gratitude. So I do have the definition of gratitude here. It is the appreciation of what is valuable and meaningful to oneself and represents a general state of thankfulness or appreciation. So there's actual scientific research that backs up the spiritual practice of gratitude and that practicing gratitude has neurological benefits. So definitely check that out. It's Brown and Wong 2017. All in all, being thankful for everything happening in your life can go a long way. Hi, Educate Through Play. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, number one, practicing gratitude. Number two, prayer. If you believe in God or a higher source, prayer is the greatest tool you can use to help get you through this phase in your career, through your journey. Your greatest gift is your ability to lean on a higher power for strength, motivation, healing, and the extra love that you need. Okay. And this is at any time. So, I talk about in the book the power of prayer. It's helped me grow into the person I want to be. Many people talk about manifestation. I highly believe in manifestation. That has its own taboo. But prayer is another form of manifesting. Write down your dreams, tell it to God. If it is, Lord, please help me pass the praxis exam this time. Lord, please guide my steps in getting me over this hump of the SLP praxis exam. Lord, please help me get through this neuro language exam tomorrow. Lord God, please help me know what I need to remember, God. I pray that I have a great night's sleep before the exam, God. Oh, God, my dogs are so distracting. Can you please speak to my animals and please calm their hearts so that way I can study for this exam? These are real prayers that I use on a day to day life. And you hear my dogs barking. So I really do have to pray this prayer sometimes. Okay. Knowing when to pray is important. I like to pray while I'm walking, while I'm in my commutes, in the car, anywhere where you feel most connected with yourself, with spirit. So pray in every season. Pray when you're anxious, when you're lonely, when you're overwhelmed, happy, joyful, depressed, spiritually disconnected is the best time to pray. So if you're listening to this, shoot, maybe you started skipping through just so I can get to the nitty gritty. I don't know. But if you are listening to this and if you're feeling a little disconnected from yourself or disconnected from God, literally just say, hey, reach out to God and say, hey. I talk to God, yes, like my Heavenly Father, but I get frustrated and I have to talk to him like a homie sometimes because I can't hide my anger when I'm frustrated, right? So what I'm trying to say is God will take you as you are. If you are frustrated, if you have no idea what to say to him or her or they, you can literally just talk to God and be like, God, I need help. God, I know it's been a while. God, I'm embarrassed to come to you right now. And God, I feel bad coming to you because it's like I haven't reached out to you until now I'm in trouble and now I can't get past this hurdle of passing this exam. What can I do? And I promise you, God will open up your heart and give you the clarity that you need. That's a promise. Okay. So, power of prayer, knowing when to pray, journaling. So, benefits of journaling, it helps you release any negative emotions or express positive ones. It is a great tool to use to identify your anxieties and receive a plan to tackle them. A good exercise is to list all of your anxieties and while praying, thank Source for shining light on your insecurities and troubles and for all that you're grateful for and then cry it out and express your worries and your dreams. So I've done this exercise. I've cried. I've had the tears on the paper many of times. But you all, this is a game changer. I recommend journaling your prayers. Some people aren't journal, they don't like to write. I understand that. If you're one of those people, I get it. Um, another technique I've learned and that's worked for me is also recording your prayers, recording hello, Maria. Recording your prayers, recording your manifestations, whatever you're wanting to bring into fruition, recording it on your phone, and then listening to it during your commutes. That's another good hack. And the idea is that it connects you to what you really want. Now, the power of sticky notes is another strategy I would say for leveraging your spirituality. I have used sticky notes for goal setting. Again, manifestation. I almost hate using the manifestation word, y'all, because I know it goes over a lot of people's heads because it's such a buzzword. Whatever you want to call it, bringing your ideas, your dreams into your reality is so real. The last podcast, the last Instagram live, I talked about negative self-talk or just talking positively to yourself. So in that, I talk about an exercise where you can write down what is this one thing you really want? Okay, yes, I am a certified speech language pathologist, writing that down on a sticky note. So that way, every time you open your advanced review book or whatever praxis book that you're studying from, you see that you are a certified speech pathologist, right? So the same thing goes for this. I recommend more positive affirmations, and that's a spirituality hack too, saying that you are a speech language pathologist. Even though you don't necessarily have the ASHA certification yet, you are taking the steps, you're taking the exam, and by writing that out on a piece of paper, that really makes it real and true for you. I will just say as a disclaimer, don't start posting your services online saying that you're a certified speech pathologist if you haven't gotten that certification from ASHA, okay? This is just a powerful exercise, but do not start marketing your services. I had to say that. So, um, I have in the book a goal setting exercise that really helps aligns you with your goals. That I mentioned in the book. I highly recommend getting the book, y'all. This is fire. I wish that I had this book. I'm not even tooting my own horn. I wish that I had this book. It would have saved me a lot of heartache, I think. Anyway, sticky notes, words of affirmations, prayers, journaling, all of these things take openness and vulnerability, but it's worth it. So it's really a matter of wanting to feel open and vulnerable with yourself. Because if God is within you, then that's who you're talking to. If God is within you, then that is who you are talking to. I really hope that this helped somebody. Whoever's still online, did you have any questions about spirituality and praxis success? Any questions about my journey with spirituality? Any questions about your journey? Even if you were just like, I have no idea where to start, or I need encouragement. Maybe it's not even spirituality. Maybe it's other topics that I've talked about. Maybe it's Tuesday and you're already going through a rough week and you really just need someone to answer some questions for you. I'm here. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming to the live. Thank you for everyone who is watching retroactively. You can get the self care guide for Praxis Success. And thank you, Tiffany. You can get the self care guide for Praxis Success on the Praxis Speech Sister page. Also, check out the Praxis Speech Sister podcast if you haven't already. It is on Apple, Google, and it is on Spotify. Yes. So yeah, Tiffany believes in manifestation. It is so powerful, y'all. This is a book, and it's you see, it's a little raggedy. I've had this book since 2018, and I still have pages left. And this book has changed. It's changed my life. I've written down every single thing that I wanted to manifest, and 75% has come to fruition. Other stuff is more so down the line, and we're waiting on God for that. We're showing some patience. But yes, if you do need to get a manifestation book, I highly recommend getting one of those too. But until then, you all, I hope that you all have a great week, and I will talk to you next Tuesday. Bye. Bye, Tiffany. Thank you for coming. That's so sweet.